The journey started with a love story, because I'm traveling with my wife, and I met my wife 4 years ago, and so I guess it's when the journey really started.
The first time that I saw Frank, he was eating a green apple, and I think it was love at first sight.
Then the relationship started, and after three months of relationship, we made a trip. We went to Argentina, to the south part of Argentina, to Patagonia, and then we went back from Chile, and we spent 1 month together traveling. And during this month, I was thinking that she's very great. She's very great. She's a wonderful woman. So I was saying before, I'm from France, and Iris, my wife, is from Argentina. So our idea now, what we want to do, is to travel not only from Buenos Aires to New York, but from Buenos Aires to New York, and then cross the US and cross the Pacific, ship the bus on a boat, cross the Pacific, drive from Buenos Aires to France, from Iris' familiar house to the house of my family, like uniting our two families and driving our VW bus.
Now we are living our dream, that is join our two families by the road with our VW bus, and we are having a lot of fun.
And we get married, and we started the trip, and we will do everything we can to stay together the rest of our lives. Our bus is a woman?
Yes.
So the name of our bus is Renatta. In Spanish it's Renatta. Doña Renatta.
Yes, Renatta is a woman's name, because I think that all buses are women. It's my idea. It's like a fatty woman, I think. Or no?
Like a little fat woman.
Yes.
Okay. If you say it. There are various reasons, but basically we fell in love with this car, and Iris' parents had a VW bus when she was very young, and she had a lot of memories, a lot of souvenirs about this car, and so she always wanted to make the trip with the bus. I didn't know a lot about the Volkswagen buses, but once, few months before we started the trip, we didn't have the car yet, and Iris' aunt came with her new car, which was a VW bus, and we saw the bus, and I said, yes, but you're right, it's definitely what we need to make the trip. VW bus means freedom, adventure, a kind of peace and love, hippie spirit, very freedom. So for us it was the perfect vehicle. How much we paid for the bus?
3,500
US dollars.
Yes.
The buses are very rare. It's hard to find, and a lot of people are looking for them. So all the cars in Argentina are a lot more expensive than in the US, but the buses are more expensive yet. And now I'm sure the price is a lot more. No, it's the prices are very high. Yes, now because living the adventure, we saw that it's probably the greatest thing we did in all our life, and we know that we won't probably do it again. It's hard to do it again, because then we will have children, and so we said, but now that we are doing this, we have to do it all the way, to live our dream as much as we can. So we stopped for a few days in the house of a couple of a French and a Brazilian girl, a Frenchman and a Brazilian girl. And this man was the first who spoke to me about the idea but why, once you arrive in the US, you can drive to Alaska and then take a bus, take a boat to go to Russia and then drive all the way to France. I know, when he said me that, it was like a crazy idea. But we spent 5 days in the house, and then we kept driving, and the day after we left the house, I was driving and I was thinking about this idea, you know, and I was imagining the day I would enter in my town, driving the bus, and all my family, Irish families, and our friends, and wow, and this day I think, wow, this is really dreaming, because I'm awake, I'm thinking, but it's really moving, strong thing inside me. So I said, wow, this would be very, very great. And so this was the first day I really think about it. And then, but there is, in the same time, there is another part of you which is saying, but it's quite impossible, you know. But day after day, the idea grow and grow and grow, and then one day you say, if you can dream it, you can do it. That's what we put on the back of every postcard we sell. I read a book, one of the book I loved when I had 18 years old. At one moment of the story, the main character says, I don't really know what I want to do with my life, but I feel that I want to live something in my life that make from my life a destiny. And wow, I read this sentence and I was thinking, this is very good. I really, and it makes sense in me, you know. I said, I really want to do this too. I don't know what, but I want to make something in my life, like make my life a nice story, and then tell it to my sons and to my grandsons, and you know, because we all have a certain time on Earth, so doing something good with this time. So I remember when we were in the boat, you remember, in the Amazonas, and we said, now I know we have to do it. I know we have to do it, because if not, we will think all the rest. How we did a great thing, but we did it until the end, you know. So okay, so this was the first step, and then the second step was to speak our families about that, because our family were and are still waiting for us. So finally, what we want is to be something great, and to be free, and to do what we really want, what we really feel we want to do. So doing a big travel is of course is one of these things. You know, we all want to feel the liberty, the freedom. When you're traveling, you can go where you want, and nobody can say you anything. So it's what we're doing right now. And our trip is a Volkswagen bus trip, because perhaps 80% of the people we met on the road, and we met a lot of people, we met them thanks to the bus, and thanks to the Volkswagen family. When we were in Venezuela, in a VW club, a president of a club took me apart, and we were speaking, and he said to me this phrase. He told me, Frank, you know, Volkswagen is not a brand, it's a family. And he said, and you will thinking about me a lot of times in the world, because you will really see that Volkswagen, it's not a brand, it's a family. And you can't believe how true it is. The hardest part is to get started, to forgive about the fears, and to say, we're doing it right now. And once you started, you find solutions to everybody. But the hardest part is to forgive about the works, about the fears, and to get started. It's the only thing that is difficult. If you can dream it, you can do it.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come.